I wanted to share with you. It's been 2 years since I had a motorcycle accident, so this class has not really heard the whole story, so I wanted to share it with you. The motorcycle I was on is right there. My husband drives it, and I get to ride it on the back. That's my seat, the back with the backrest. Before I start, I want to just thank Pastor Rob Baker for leading this class. And my son Jamie is actually doing sound as Jamie Baker, but in relation to Pastor. Even though people think he is. And then my husband here brought the bike, so. And his name's Chris, and I'm going to use his name, Chris, because that's how I use his name. All right, so first of all, I want to tell you why I ride a motorcycle. My husband decided his midlife crisis to buy a motorcycle. And so we decided to ride together. And we were riding, and we decided we wanted to ride with a group. And then we met up with these people that who ministry was riding motorcycles. They went to all different events and stuff, and we kept seeing them. And so Chris decided to get involved with them. And so the group is CMA. It's called Christian Motorcycle Association. See? And we wear their patch proudly because of the great program it is. The goal here is changing the world one heart at a time. Just one heart, that's all we need. And it's all worth it. CMA has many partners. The Jesus Film Project, you're probably familiar with. It distributes the Jesus film based on the Gospel of Luke to every nation in their very own language. So it's quite a task. Missionary Ventures. It only exists to serve and support Native churches and Christian leaders to reach their own people with love and the message of Christ in their own country. And then Open Doors is my favorite because I just read about Brother Andrews. If you haven't read his book, it's awesome. Open Doors serves persecuted Christians around the world. He started it by smuggling Bibles into other countries. And then, of course, the main reason, the motorcyclists. The main purpose of the Christian Motorcycle Association is to share the gospel of Jesus Christ with motorcyclists. You've probably seen some scary ones out there. This is achieved by attending their rallies, tours, races, sometimes conducting worship services at their events whenever possible. So you probably wonder why we minister to those type of people. But in Luke 6, 31 through 35, and I'm going to take this out of the Message because I like how it's worded. So here's a simple rule of thumb for behavior. Ask yourself what you want people to do for you. Then grab the initiative and do it for them. If you only love the lovable, do you expect a pat on the back? Run-of-the-mill sinners do that. If you only help those who help you, do you expect a medal? Garden variety sinners do that. If you only give for what you hope to get out of it, do you think that's charity? The stingiest of pawnbrokers do that. I tell you, love your enemies. Help and give without expecting a return. You'll never, I promise, regret it. Live out this God-created identity the way our Father lives toward us. Generously, graciously, even when we're at our worst. So, it's probably a good reason. About 2 years ago, we were in a motorcycle accident on the freeway. We were coming back to one of those events I was talking about with the Vagos. The Vagos is a known outlaw group in Sacramento. You probably heard of them on the news. I think their president just got out of prison for a while, and a couple of murders. It's not a very nice group, but they also do good at sometimes. Every year they plan a toy run ride to the Sacramento Children's Receiving Home during Christmas. And this is just one of the groups that we minister to. Part of the ministry is developing a relationship with the group to be allowed to talk to them. You know, you're not allowed to talk to these people unless they talk to you first. So we go to their events, establish a relationship. Once we have that relationship, we were able to talk to them. So our goal is to bring a light in a very dark place. On our return from this event, We were on the freeway, very close to home. We started in Sacramento and I live in Auburn, so I was less than a mile away from my exit. Isn't that how it always happens? You're that close. We were going freeway speeds. It's about 65. I hope he wasn't speeding, but it was about 65. It was holiday traffic. And as we were coming home to the exit, all of a sudden, all the cars started slowing down. We saw brake lights. And we didn't know what was going on. And I saw a big semi-truck pull off to the side of the road abruptly. And I thought maybe something happened. And then we saw this black thing coming across the freeway. Somebody going the other direction lost the wheel off their trailer, and it was flying across the freeway. So people are trying to avoid this tire to hit them. So we started braking like the rest of the traffic, and the bike had locked up and started fishtailing. So anybody know what a fishtail is? It goes shoo, shoo, shoo. Well, I was on the back of this bike, and that's where most of the fishtail happens, is on the back. And I was holding on to the bike. I was afraid to hold on to my husband because I thought if I grabbed him, he would lose control of that bike. We'd both go down and it would be ugly. So I held on to the bike really tight and tried not to grab him. And we were almost out of it. He actually does pretty good getting out of that. I was surprised. And we were almost out of it when it started straightening up, when it just bolted me off the bike. It kind of just flew. And as I was going, I knew I was going. And as I was going, I was calm. And I remembered as a little girl, I was in a car with my brother, and he fell out of the car. And that always scared me. And so I was always fascinated, what happens if you fall out of a car? And some of you who ride motorcycles, you know if you fall off a bike, you really roll up in a ball and tuck in your head. Because if you don't, you're flailing all over the place and break arms, legs, and everything else. So as I was falling off the bike, before I even hit the ground, I remembered to bring everything in and tuck in my head. And so that's as I did that. And so I fell on the right side of my body and just put all my worth in it and just pulled everything together. My husband told me I looked like a bowling ball riding down the right road. He saw me in the rearview mirror and saw this black thing going like this. I was pretty covered. It was December. I had more gear than this on, so I was pretty funny looking. So as I hit that ground, I tucked in and I rolled. And I just remembered, oh, when am I going to stop? Every time I went on my back, it was knocking the wind out of me. And I thought, when is this going to stop? And it finally stopped. And I was like, oh, good, it stopped. And then I thought, oh, bad, I'm on the freeway. What if a car hits me? And then I'll be hit and will I bounce off to the side of the road? It was kind of like in my head, and I'm thinking, oh no. And then all of a sudden I heard noise around me and footsteps. And I thought, oh good, nobody's hitting me. What a relief. And I was sitting there, and I was on my hands and knees. I had this helmet on. I had just got this new face mask for my helmet. Like this, because it was cold and it keeps the wind off. And I had this helmet on, and I was sitting there on my hands and knees, my little hiney sticking up in the air, and my face planted flat like this on the ground. And I was like, I am so glad I got this, otherwise my face would be on this ground. And this protected me. That's where the scratches came from. And so I thought, what a sight I must be, sitting there on my hands and knees with my face planted on the ground, my little hiney sticking up in the air. And I tried to get up, but I couldn't do it. Every muscle in my body was worn out. I had no energy whatsoever. I couldn't move. I couldn't talk. I had the wind knocked out of me as I was rolling. And so I just decided, I'll just stay here. And then people around me, you know how when you get hurt, everybody knows what to do. Oh, you need to do this. Oh, do this. You need to do this. Everybody was around me telling everybody else what should be done.